Okay, welcome, Lucy. It is very nice to see you. Thank you very much for agreeing to do this interview.
You are welcome. It's so nice to be here.
Lucy, I would like to start from a couple of things. Because you have a very special company and a very special product as well. But before we dive into your story, I would like you to tell us what are Christmas crackers exactly, because I think it's a very British thing.
Yes, it is. So I never realized that. I actually thought that Christmas crackers were all over the world. And it was only in the last couple of years that I realized it's mainly a British tradition. It has spread to some other places, the US and Canada, Australia, and a few other places. But yeah, it's like very much a British tradition. So, sorry, I should have actually brought. I've got in the other room. Shall I go and get
Yeah,
one to
yeah,
show
go
you?
and, yeah, go and get it.
Sorry, one second.
That's okay.
So, I've got one of my Christmas crackers, but this is not a completely traditional Christmas cracker. However, this is generally what Christmas crackers look like in terms of shape. So, they're a long shape like this, and then you have some sort of ribbon around. And then normally they would be made from paper, and people pull like this. So to at a Christmas table, there'll be a cracker at each place. So next to the plate and the knives and the forks, and then it's made of paper, and inside there's a few things. There's a paper crown that you can put on, which looks quite silly, and a joke, which is usually a really bad joke, and a little present, like a toy or something like that, some small present. So people will pick up the crackers, and then you have to pull them with the person sitting next to you, and they have a snap. So it's made from gunpowder, so it goes off with a bang. The paper tears, and then whoever ends up with the biggest piece of the cracker, they get to keep the prize and the things inside. But usually everybody ends up with a crown to wear. People spend time reading out the jokes to each other, which usually really bad jokes, but makes everybody laugh or groan. And the idea of them really is as an icebreaker and just something to mark the occasion as being, a really special occasion. So they're specific to Christmas, although I have seen them the last couple of years. I have seen people making them for other events, but they are traditionally for Christmas.
Okay, it's I actually only found out about them when I moved to the UK, and to me it was completely like I don't know if there's any other country that does that. Do they do that in the United States? Do you know? Do they have that
Yes,
too?
I think it's kind of it's not as normal, but it's sort of passed over to some other places, mainly English speaking places. People often want to take them back to their countries because it's like a novelty and it's a nice gesture to have around the table, something nice for the guests.
Yeah, it is. It is really fun, I must say, especially also for kids and for adults
Oh
too.
yeah,
I think.
yeah. The
Yeah.
big bang when it gets pulled is always a big surprise, and it just
Yeah.
gets people in the mood for a party.
That's for sure, yes. And so you make the crackers, and those the one that you showed us was one of yours too. So can you tell us like what is the difference between the normal cracker and the one that you are making, and why did you decide to make those?
So the Christmas crackers traditionally, as I said, they're made of paper, And as the years have gone on, this is a tradition for hundreds of years, I think, in England. As the years have gone on, they become more and more fancy. They have like gold foiling because Christmas is such a special day and people want them to look really beautiful on the tables. But then when you pull them, it tears. So it's like, and some of them quite expensive as well. And lots of decoration. So a lot of them, they can't go in the recycling. And you know, if you're going to Christmas parties over the Christmas period, people might have a work Christmas party, friends, Christmas drinks or dinner with friends, something for the family. So a few Christmas occasions, and to have people have Christmas crackers at all of these occasions. And I was just really shocked by all of the waste. So, you know, I love the tradition, but it felt like, you know, for a few minutes of pleasure, there's a lot of waste created going into landfill, and just often the little gifts that you find inside, they're made from plastic, is something that people don't really want. So it would often be silly things like pretend mustache made from plastic, or like, you know, something that people
A little,
really,
I saw some little doll, I don't know, doll figurines or something,
yeah,
like
like, but
doesn't,
realistically, people don't want to keep these things, so it
yeah.
ends up going in the bin. And I just was really feeling guilty and feeling bad about all this waste. But at the same time, I didn't want to give up the tradition, and I also wanted crackers that would look really beautiful on the table. Because it's such a special day. You want something that looks really nice, that looks special. So I started researching, looking for some reusable crackers, and the only ones I could find, they're kind of like a napkin piece of fabric, and with a tube inside, and then it's like rolled with two ribbons at the end. So instead of pulling and getting the bang, you just untie the ribbon and unroll it, and inside is a gift, which is really nice. But for me, like, the bang was really like the fun part of the cracker. So then it was lockdown, and I decided I'm going to try and develop my own invention. And so I didn't know how to sew. I bought a sewing machine, and I was practicing making different designs. So my design that I came up with, it has two tubes that slide apart.
Right.
So a smaller tube that fits inside the larger tube, and it's made from velvet, so it doesn't need anything to stick it in place, because the velvet just holds it there. So what happens is the person can fill up the cracker, so they slide it apart. They can put all their gifts inside, their crown to wear, and then once that's done, slide it shut. And then I have a special sticky snap that goes around the outside, so it basically loops through both ends of the ribbon. You stick it back on itself, and then when the two people pull the cracker, it snaps, and the only thing that goes in.
So it has the sound, it makes the sound.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
the
yeah.
only thing to go in the recycling is the snap, and then the next time you just put a new snap on. So I give, when people buy a box, I give them a selection of snaps, and then they can buy some refills as well, which is just like a very thin piece of paper with some gunpowder in the middle.
And then if they buy it next year, they don't have to buy the whole thing. They can only buy they can refill them.
So once you have it, they come in like a lovely gift box, and you just pack them away once Christmas and all your parties are over. Pack them away in the box, and then put them, you know, wherever you keep your Christmas tree decorations and that kind of thing, your Christmas tablecloths that you keep, and just keep them for the next year.
I think it's and do you make everything by hand right now, or do you have someone to
No,
make it?
I started off making them, and I was just making them for myself because I wanted some reusable crackers. But my friends and family kept telling me, this is a really good idea. Will you make some for me? Will you make some for me? and it takes quite a long time. So I also have a toddler, so I was like, this is too much. And people were saying, I really think other people would like to buy these. So I found a manufacturing partner. So now I work with a manufacturer, and I've got 6 designs. So I created all the fabric designs myself. So it's bespoke fabric, and they get sewn, and then I obviously work with my customers and get them sent out to everybody.
Wow, I think that's really amazing and so creative as well. So, have you always been creative in terms of crafts?
Yeah, I'm very crafty, actually.
Okay,
Love doing
that's
craft. Yeah, my so my daughter is 1.5 at the moment, and I'm so desperate to get to the crafting stage. She's still kind of in the knocking things over, and I'm like, I just can't wait till we can well, I'm trying to get her involved already, making like baking and, making wreaths and that kind of thing. You have wreaths. Do you know what I mean? Wreath. It's like
wreaths. Yes, yes,
wreath.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Front
yeah.
door
Mm-hmm.
has a circular thing. You put lots of foliage and berries, and then you hang it on the front door.
Right. Yes. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah.
So, but she's not really in that stage where she can
Not
focus that
quite.
much
I'm
on it.
really trying to force it upon her though.
Well, you have to be careful because she might hate
Yeah,
it if you
I
force
know.
it on
She
her.
might want to go play football or something, and I'll be like,
Oh no, that wouldn't be great for you for sure. As I said, I am very very impressed with that, and I love this idea. And I think, if I was in the UK right now, I would definitely try that. And I actually have a question, because yesterday I was discussing this with my boyfriend, and I really like crackers, and I tried to buy it here in Portugal. We have these small shops that they sell crackers and some other British things, and if I have a chance, I always buy it. But this year I'm going to Poland for Christmas, and I was wondering if I can take it in a hand luggage if it has gunpowder inside. Do you know?
So, no, this has actually been a really big problem for me because of the gunpowder. So no, you can't take it in hand luggage. I mean,
Uh-huh.
you might be able to sneak it in, but there's a chance it will be taken away from you. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and it's also been a big problem for me with delivering, because I have had so many international requests. Now, because my snaps come separately, I can send out the crackers to people and take the snaps out, but then they have to source some snaps in their own country, and yeah, it's been really difficult for me this year because of Brexit and delivery charges, customs and everything. It's really I'm losing lots of customers because I think because in other countries they don't have crackers traditionally. There is a big demand, so that's something I really want to work on resolving.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how can you resolve that? Is there any way of
I don't.
sending that?
I really don't. I really don't know. I started looking into it, and I got a bit lost really about all the
Oh
rules and the
wow.
regulations. But I think what I might have to do is um, find some suppliers in different some suppliers to work with in different countries. So actually, work with a store in Portugal, and actually send a bundle directly to them. Maybe
Right.
ship them to them instead of airmail. And I
Mm-hmm.
think that might be the way to go. But because sending out individual boxes has been really difficult.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Well, I didn't. I was. We were discussing this yesterday, and he said, "Oh, we'll just go to the shop, buy some crackers, and then you can take it in a hand luggage." And I was thinking that I wasn't sure that it had gunpowder in there. I thought maybe there's something
Yeah,
else, but yeah, gunpowder.
it
That
does.
probably is not going
Yeah.
to. Yeah, it might be a waste of money if I buy it and then they just take it away from me.
Yeah, unless there's like a British shop in Poland somewhere that sells them.
Probably, but yeah, I would need to think
Yeah.
about it. Well, oh, shame. Well, we'll see. Maybe I can get
Yeah.
around that. And do you know, because it's also a very interesting thing, do you know where the tradition came from of
What
crackers?
I was meaning to look this up. This is really bad. I was meaning to look this up before we had our conversation, and then I was just trying to get my daughter into bed, and I didn't get the chance.
That's okay.
I've forgotten. I'm really sorry.
That's okay. That's fine. I thought maybe you knew. I have no idea. I think I once looked it up on Wikipedia, but I
Yeah.
don't really remember
Hang
where
on.
it
Let me
comes
just
from.
quickly look it up. Um, the history. Oh yeah. So 1845. So a very old tradition. So from they were created by a London sweet maker called Tom Smith, who had seen the French bonbon sweets wrapped in pretty paper. So he came back to London and tried selling sweets like that in England, and also included a small motto or riddle, but they didn't sell very well. And then it says one night while he was sitting in front of his log fire, he became very interested by the sparks and cracks coming from the fire, and thought what a fun idea it would be if the sweets and toys could be opened with a crack when the fancy wrappers were pulled in half.
Ah, that's nice. A clever man too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a very long tradition. So
Mm.
and I think it's also fun. So if anyone wants to try it and sees it somewhere, try it.
Yeah,
It's really great.
definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really great. And can you tell us a little bit about other traditions that you have in Britain? Because so I find that you have completely different Christmas than we do in Poland. It's even we celebrate on a different day. We celebrate on Christmas
Yeah.
Eve. You celebrate on Christmas Day. So I wonder if you have you can tell us a little bit more about
Sure.
what other Christmas traditions there are.
So it's Christmas has become more and more. It's really a big deal here. So it kind of starts after we have a thing called bonfire night. I don't know if you know about that.
Yeah, yeah.
That's on the 5th of November. So really, after bonfire night is over, then we start building up to Christmas. So one of the traditions, I don't know if you have this in Poland, but we have advent calendars.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So yeah, so we have an advent. Children often have advent calendars with chocolate inside, or people put little gifts or challenges inside. So that will start on the 1st of December. So every day there's a door to open until the 25th. There's another thing called Elf on the Shelf. Do you know
Oh,
about
that
this
I don't
thing?
know about. No.
Yeah. So I think this is actually an American thing, but it did become quite popular here for a while. It's for children. So you have like a toy elf, and every night in December, while the children are asleep, you can position the elf as if he's done something naughty. So, like, you may have a packet of flour and you tip some out, and it looks like the elf has knocked it over, or he's like hiding somewhere. Or he's always doing something naughty or cheeky, and then when the children wake up in the morning, they have to run around the house and see what has the elf done in the night.
That is super cute. That's
Yeah,
so cute. I love
so
that.
that's very cute. And then for children as well, children uh, people will go and take them to meet Father Christmas, which is there'll be like a grotto, and you can go and they sit on Father Christmas's lap, and he gives them a present. Um, so then we also have mistletoe. Is
Mm-hmm.
that yeah?
Yeah, I think, yeah, actually we do as well. I think it's also comes from the States or from maybe from
Yeah.
Britain, Germany. Yeah.
So if you hang up mistletoe, then if you're ever standing under the mistletoe, you have to kiss the person who's also standing under it. So people get their Christmas trees usually like around the beginning of December. Lots of people still have real Christmas trees here, and some people have artificial Christmas trees. So then that will be like a family occasion to decorate the tree, put the lights and ornaments on the tree. And then
And you do that much earlier before Christmas in December, or you do it
yeah,
during Christmas?
I usually do it on the first weekend of December. I think that's the most popular time. So then the tree stays up until, so I think it's the 12th day after Christmas. You have to take the tree down by then, otherwise it's bad luck.
Right.
So yeah, the tree will stay up, and then people will wrap their gifts for everybody, and then you put them under the tree in a pile. So like for the children, some of the gifts they might come and like have a feel, see what they think might be under the wrapping paper. Then we also have mulled wine, lots of Christmas fairs and Christmas markets. And then for the Christmas celebration itself, on Christmas Eve, it's usually like a family evening, or often people will go back and stay with their families or their parents in their hometowns where they grew up. So sometimes people go out for drinks to the pub, then go to bed. So it's not traditional to have a big meal or anything on Christmas Eve, but the family's usually together. So when the children are in bed, then they have a stocking, which is like a big sock shaped thing, and so the parents will fill up small presents inside it, and in the nighttime, one of the parents will sneak in to the child's bedroom and lay the stocking at the end of the bed and then sneak out again. So then when the children wake up in the morning, they say, "Oh, Father Christmas has been." Oh, and actually, I've just remembered as well. So the night before, when the children are going to bed, some people have a chimney fireplace, and traditionally we say that's how Father Christmas gets into the house. He comes down the chimney. Some people don't have a chimney, and they can make up another story. But children will leave a mince pie for Father Christmas, and a glass of sherry, and a carrot for Rudolph the reindeer. And sometimes they leave a little, the children write a letter as well. And then in the morning, sometimes, if it depends how much they can be bothered, but like sometimes the parents leave some footprints made from icing sugar,
Oh, wow.
that there's some snowy footprints. So yeah, then on Christmas morning, it would be, the children will wake up really early, probably, be very excited, want to open some presents. Some people go to church. Lots of people go to church on Christmas Day who don't go at any other time of the year.
Right. So once a year they would go to church.
And also there's a thing called midnight mass. So some people go the night before on Christmas Eve for midnight mass. And families have a big roast dinner. So in the morning, people often will start eating chocolate or, random things. And then there'll be a huge roast dinner to have, often like at lunchtime, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. It depends on the family. But that would be a big turkey usually, or a goose, roast potatoes, Yorkshire puddings, gravy, roast vegetables. So what else would they have? Roast carrots, not mint sauce, cranberry sauce, and pigs in blankets, which are like mini sausages with bacon wrapped around.
Right. Yeah. Also a very British thing.
Yeah.
and dessert, of course, because you also have like very delicious things.
For dessert, there will be mince pies, Christmas pudding, Christmas cake. sometimes a Yule log, which is like a chocolate cake that looks like a log.
Oh, okay. That I
Um,
don't. I haven't had that. I don't think.
it's kind of like a Swiss roll, really, but with like
Aha. Okay.
hard chocolate on the outside, and then you can put some little statues on the top of Father
Oh.
Christmas
Okay.
reindeer or some holly or something like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think my favorite is I haven't tried the law, so I'm not very sure. But my favorite are the mince pies.
Oh yeah,
Which I, when I first heard about them, I thought it was some kind of a very weird combination between sugar and meat because it's
yes,
mince, right?
exactly. I know.
But it's not. So
Yeah,
it's very, very good. I really like them.
yeah, they're very good. So they're really popular. And then after the meal, everybody's usually so full that people are drinking a lot as well. It's sherry is the traditional thing to drink, but people are drinking lots of everything, and then you know sitting in front of the fire, you know, usually falling asleep, watching a film, or getting more and more drunk.
And so that's the 25th, right? That's the
Yeah,
Christmas day.
yeah.
Do you have any special things that you do on Boxing Day on the 26th?
So no, not specifically, but it is a national holiday, so everybody has off Christmas Day and Boxing Day. Or if it's on a Saturday or Sunday, you get the next day off. So it's really there's no specific traditions. We would see like wider family. So Christmas Day, we might have just like close family, like 7 or 8, and then Boxing Day might be like a big get together. And some people do, like leftover. So if they've cooked a big turkey, they might have like a turkey curry, like make something from the leftovers for Boxing Day, and that would be more like a buffet or something less formal, so that lots of people can get together.
Okay. And what is your favorite thing about Christmas?
I love Christmas. I love everything about Christmas. Um, I love. There's actually a thing in London. Lots of people hate it. It's called Winter Wonderland.
In
Um,
Hyde Park.
yeah, which is like a giant big Christmas fair. But we have like lots of traditions, but we do always try and go there. And there's like a big beer hall with people like bands playing, and it's really Christmassy. It's so Christmassy. So I always enjoy that day that we do that day with all of our friends, and then I like just going back. I like the going back home where my parents lived, getting to spend time with family, and it just feels like a really special time of year. And now I'm just so excited because my daughter, like last year, she was a baby, so she didn't really know what was going on. Now she's starting to speak, and I'm so excited to like read her all the Christmas books. And like my dad used to take me up. We have like a loft, sort of converted loft with windows, and my dad used to take me up to the loft window and say, well, we're going to look out of the window and see if we can see Father Christmas in the sky. And
Oh.
then my mum would go outside in the garden and shake some bells. So he would say, I think I can hear the reindeers. And I would think, yes, that's it, I can hear them. So just I'm really excited to do all of that stuff with her and kind of carry on all of those traditions.
Yeah, I think it would be really exciting to create that magic for someone, right? Because,
Yeah,
yeah, I think, well, of course, in the adult, like when you are grown up, you don't really believe in certain things, and here you
yeah,
can see that a child is so
exactly.
excited, and everything is so
Yeah.
beautiful and magical. So yeah, for sure, for sure. Okay, and what are your Christmas plans for this year? Do you have any special plans? You doing anything special?
So yeah, I just making plans really with my daughter, and in the run up to Christmas, because I'm working on my cracker business, so I'm going to be really busy with that. But I absolutely love seeing when it's Christmas time, lots of people sending me photos of my crackers on their
Ah,
tables.
yes.
So that's always like really exciting for me to think that my crackers are a part of somebody's tradition and celebration. Um, so this year we're going to be spending Christmas Day with my parents. So we'll have a few days beforehand. They live in the north of England, near Liverpool. So we'll go and stay with them for probably 5 or 6 days, me, my husband, and my daughter. And then after that, on Boxing Day, we're going to drive and stay with Johnny's family. They live in the Cotswolds
Oh,
for
nice.
4 days. Yeah.
Oh, Cotswolds is so nice. I went there, if
Yeah.
you believe, I went there first time this year, actually. I've never
Yeah.
been there. For
Lovely.
some, I don't know, I always go to Oxford, but I never went
It's
outside
really
of
nice.
that. But it's so beautiful. It's
Yeah.
amazing there.
And it's also very Christmassy and just very English. So it's a nice place to be around Christmas because it just feels very traditional. And yeah, it's like, you know, when you're walking around, it looks like something from a film, you know,
Right.
one of the Christmas films, especially if
Yeah.
it snows.
Yeah, oh, yeah, it's lovely there. I was very, very surprised because it seemed like it's not very far from Oxford, it's not very far
No,
from the bigger, places, but
yeah,
also it seems like once you're there, it seems very remote in a
yeah,
way. So,
yeah,
and the different architecture and completely
yeah.
different.
They've got the thatched roofs there.
Right,
That's really
yes. Yeah,
beautiful.
yeah,
Yeah.
beautiful. So Lucy, tell us where we can find you. Some of my students live in the UK, so
Fabulous.
maybe they will be able to get some crackers from you, be more
Excellent.
eco-friendly. So where can we
Yeah.
find you on social media?
So my handle on social media is Kaneo Crackers. I should spell that out. It's Kaneo, Kaneo Crackers, and our website is www.kaneo.co.uk. So you can find us there and have a look at all the different styles. We've got lots of photos of traditional Christmas as well, and the crackers, what they look like on the table. So yeah, head over and check us out.
Thank you, Lucy. I'll definitely link everything in the description. So, if I was in the UK and if I could, transport all this with me, I would definitely buy it because it's beautiful.
Oh,
It's
thank
absolutely
you.
amazing, and also such a good idea. And if you just buy a, refill every year, then you don't have to worry
Yeah,
about the cracker itself. So
yeah.
it's really good. So congratulations on your business, and I hope everything goes well. I hope it's not going to be too exhausting for you for the next 2 months
No,
until
fingers
Christmas.
crossed.
And thank you very much for your time.
You are very welcome.
Thank you,
Okay, lovely to
Lucy.
see you. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.